Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I had a lot of fun putting today's video together. This is the first article that gave me pause this morning. Institutional interest in cryptocurrencies rubber stamps the industry's long-term viability. I think I don't have to have those sticky conversations with people anymore who don't understand cryptocurrency, that it is really something that is here to stay. And it is a new asset class. I think it's now really being validated. It's important that we have a broader perspective, though, for us that are in this space already. The early adopters need to understand that there is long-term growth still in this industry. It's only 10 years old. If we look back on May 17th, 1792, a group of 24, or so the legend goes, gathered underneath this button tree. The buttonwood tree is an American sycamore tree in New York City, and they created Wall Street, whereby the BNY Mellon Bank of New York was the first company offered or listed on the exchange. It took 25 years for the organization to become fully functional as an exchange. And that first stock that actually traded was Tongtine Coffee in 1817. Here is an old oil of New York City at the beginning of that time frame, the era. This is before it burned down. On the corner here with the American flag flying at the top. And I actually found one of the original certificates. It came up on auction. It looks like it sold at that time for 12.5 cents. Well, today there is news that is probably going to be one of those important milestones that we'll look back on. The Bakkt warehouse is open for business. It was 50 years ago that the ATM disrupted banking. But now with the launch of the Bakkt warehouse, this is going to be someone like me 200 years from now in the future will be reading about this. And will they be using Google? Well, probably not, because no doubt, as we learn from history, there are many disruptors and there will be many to come. But I'm thrilled to see that the investors now can be onboarded, and the physically delivered Bitcoin futures contracts will begin in just 14 days. Just 14 days. This is the first fully regulated marketplace to help the new asset class to gain wider acceptance. And the regulated secure custody of digital assets is at the core of their plans. And as they write in this article, they are going to continue product development and expansion. So we all know that the holders of the top assets by market cap should feel a chill when they read this article. This is going to open the floodgates for those of us who have been so patient, but it is still the very beginning. And speaking of the beginning, this is David Marcus. He is in charge of the Libra project with Facebook. And a couple of weeks ago, he tweeted out that, like I said, if we don't lead, and by we, he means the free world, not Facebook. So he's trying to separate himself from Facebook, but he's saying as a representative of the free world, others will take that lead. It hasn't, or it wasn't a figure of speech, an exaggeration, or a spin of the reality we face. It was the truth. Well, today it looks like, David, you were correct, because China now aims to stop Facebook from surveilling money so that they can do it first. Yeah, China's move to unleash its own version of the Libra before Facebook is going to put fire underneath the US regulators. And for XRP holders, this is a really good thing. Now, speaking of China, another new news just 7 hours ago. Tether, the stablecoin, the firm behind Tether, has announced that the Chinese Yuan stablecoin will be launched. It's called the CNHT. This is their offshore currency, not the currency that China uses inside, but the offshore currency that they use outside of China. The reserves are going to be reportedly stored in a bank in Belgium in the form of gold, rubber, and crude oil. But you need to understand that this is going to boost the circulation of the renminbi. And we are really, truly an international world now. And David Marcus was correct. Should the United States be asleep at the wheel with regulation? This is getting very critical now for them. So let's see. We have so much to look at in this particular video. I think with Bitfinex, they added XRP back in May 2017. So I'm just looking at the liquidity, because when you add this new currency in the form of a tether coin that is going to cater towards the Chinese market, this is going to add further liquidity to the entire space, including XRP. And if we look at the XRP trade volume, you can see this is Bitfinex right here. So you can just see their piece of the pie in terms of trading, and anybody who shows up on this piece of pie is significant. Gosh, BitTrue is trading at 5. They are just on fire. Yeah, on fire. Binance really doing a great job. I'm really going to tell you here, though, in the ZB, this is a lot of wash trading, so this really can't be taken for what it is. But Bitfinex number, there's coin. Did I see coin one? There's Polynex. There's Bitso. That's the, of course, exchange that has the corridor running the XRP for MoneyGram. Who else? Oh, I see coin one here. Anyway, this is just, yeah, I am a numbers stats person. I eat it like candy. I just love looking at these kinds of graphs. Okay, moving right along. Stellar is going to airdrop 2 billion XLM crypto tokens worth $120 million. So what is this exactly? Well, there's a messaging service called Keybase, and it is a place that you can chat with your friends. If you sign up, you can get paid in XLM over the next 20 months. Is it 20 months? I think they have, yeah, they have guaranteed 3 months of the airdrops, but I think they're planning on some 20 months of promotion. Keybase is going to then do monthly airdrops, somewhere worth roughly 120 million of XLM. And with their current 300,000 active users, I think this could be interesting. All you need to do is have an authenticated Keybase account, and your XLM will appear in your wallet automatically every month. So you can see this is the Keybase website. It looks very, very easy. I went to install it. I didn't finish because I got sidetracked, but currently with XLM trading at 0.06, well, 6 cents. The question is, why are they doing this? Well, according to what I can research thus far from people who are behind this project, they want to bring more attention to the ability of technologies for cross-border transactions, especially for those that are unbanked. Now, if you remember, there was a big controversy in the early days with Jed and Ripple. Jed wanted to give XRP away. I found the string of conversation where David addresses this, and actually Jed responds back. David says that Jed had a long string of bad ideas that Ripple's board of directors refused to implement, so Jed started Stellar based on those ideas. Jed wanted Ripple to do a Facebook giveaway, and Ripple didn't want to do that. So that was the first thing that Stellar did. The giveaway is generally considered a disaster, and as it became clear that each of his rejected ideas were bad, Stellar pivoted to become a clone of Ripple. So Jed tried to dump his XRP quickly, and Ripple acted to stop him through a series of lawsuits. And thanks to Ripple's refusal, Jed's XRP will probably be worth more than 1 billion. And it goes on. And, you know, not that I want to talk about these kinds of exchanges between people who obviously have some bad feelings, because Jed replied back that, David, I always enjoyed working with you, and I thought that we had a degree of respect for each other. So he was pretty disappointed in his tone here. Anyway, if you're interested in reading the exchange, just to bring yourself up to some of the history with Ripple and Jed's wanting to give away XRP, I'll put the link down in the description below. And you know, this is not a surprise, right? So we always have a difference in business strategy. That's nothing new. Yeah, I have left a couple of companies that I had a good career with because I didn't agree with the way management was taking the company. And actually, when I look back, yeah, I don't want to say, but I was right. This is why Japan does what's called nemowashi. And you can see here, ne being the root of mostly a tree, and then mawashi, which means around. So nemowashi means to have a decision made by consensus. This is something that is done in Japan. So Toyota really made it famous, and a lot of businesses around the world studied it. It's a way to make decisions slowly by this consensus, thoroughly considering all options, and they implement instead of, you know, implementing the decisions rapidly. So it's nemowashi. It's not perfect, I will tell you. It's good because you get everybody to give input, but what happens also is there is what's called sontaku, or in English we call it group think. So that is one of the risks when you do. I've got Momo behind my laptop here moving things. One of the things you do risk in this kind of technique or business strategy to solve problems is you get some people who will just pretend like they're going along with the group, agreeing to everything because they don't want to stand out. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's just kind of interesting. I thought I would share that with you. Okay, should I be able to show you the actual literal translation? It means it's a gardening term, and it is where you dig the tree out complete with all the roots. So this is actually where nemowashi comes from. Okay, everybody, I am going to jump into the fluff. I have to show you, remember yesterday, we're in today is the third day of the sumo fall tournament. Akibasho, it's called. And yeah, I just have to show you my guy. This is Enho, which means the flaming phoenix. He's the little guy in the upper ranks of the sumo wrestlers. And his technique is, well, this is yesterday's match. Have a look. I just can't wait to show you here. Look at the size difference. Oh, is he just amazing or what? So I am getting this video done early today because I want to see him again today. I am just having a great time watching his performance, and I want to keep you all up on this, and you'll be sumo fans by the time this tournament is over. It's only 14 days, so just a few more days. Okay, I'm going to introduce to you, in anime and manga, there is a home to an array of different character types. Yeah, and there is one that consistently appears, and it's called tsundere. And tsundere could be a male character, a female character, could be young, could be old. So let me just kind of explain to you what this kind of character is. Here is a young female, and she has a tsundere character. So it could be, in this case, a young girl who spends forever getting dressed up to look really cute. She works with her makeup, she puts on girly clothes, and she, has a ribbon in her hair, but she's always grumpy. All right, that is an example of one character. Here's another character. This is a male character. He is basically hot-headed, a hot-headed teen boy. And this is a real character in anime today. So he can't express his feelings towards a girl, and he really loves a girl, but he just is not expressing his feelings correctly. He's not comfortable with doing it. So in turn, having that inability to be expressive, he's mean to her. Okay, so this is tsundere. I think we all know somebody. It might be that grumpy old man on the corner that in reality, he might yell at the kids to get off his lawn, but he actually loves children. So this would be an example of the tsundere. Well, today, this is funny news. Today, Domino's Pizza in Japan is now selling tsundere. It's officially tsundere on their menu, and it is full of jalapenos on the top. So we look at this word, tsun, which means your outer personality is harsh. You have a hard shell. But dere, underneath, means you have a very soft inner character. So that is why people use this term. And it's basically people who are reluctant to show their kindness, even though deep down inside they're very kind, but they come across as a very hard person. So now you can order tsundere pizzas in Japan. I just think this is funny. This is Japan. And don't forget, in Skimi, which is coming up on the 13th, that is moon viewing night. This is the big, big moon viewing night of the year. And for that big celebration in Japan, McDonald's has created Skimi Baga. And also, I want to try this one today, kind of a skimi pie. And it has sweet rice cake and bean uncle, which is also not too sweet. But it's like a bean jam, and it's in the form of a pie. So I think I'm going to order this today. I have to go into Yoyogi, and there is a McDonald's that I pass, and so it's for a limited time, and I want to do it. This is the golden baga. So each of them have an egg, which is representative of the moon. The golden burger has golden buns, and this is the regular skimi baga, and this one is chizu. This is cheese hamburger. So anyway, yeah, so when you come to Japan, one of the great things to experience are all the localized menus, and I will help you with any of those if you just send me a DM on the back Twitter. I could go on, but I want to just show you one more. There's a place called Mr. Donuts. It's like Krispy Kreme of US, sort of, kind of, maybe. They have a fall version of Taste in sweet potato. And if you remember, I gave away that special sweet potato Kit Kat for Chip on his giveaway just about 2 weeks ago. Anyway, this is another one of those localized seasonal flavors that Japan loves to do in all seasons, actually. So enjoy when you come. Do take care for now. Sayonara. Bye-bye.